Hello YouTube, my name is Big Boy Snatch on TV, aka Wakanda Snatch One, because I got playing around. As you can tell my title about the thumbnail and my video itself, this is my WWE NXT review on highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all towards the end. Give me 30 likes on this video. Follow my social media down below in the description, and go check out my WWE Raw review on highlights I did on the channel yesterday. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. Now, WWE NXT was a decent show for what it was. WWE NXT was live from WWE Performance Center, Winter Park, Florida. Commentaries tonight were Big Joseph and Booker T. Ring announcer Mike Rome. Alright, so we get Ricky Saints and Trick Williams segment. This was a decent segment for what it was. Ricky Saints says, I never get tired of that. Just to let you know, I wanted to come out here and say last week's at Showdown, two things were very clear. One, when you stack the odds against me, when you put my back up against the wall, I'm going to fight like not just for me, but for everybody in here. And then other things is when things just very tough. True Williams is going to fall into pressure. He's going to fall under pressure, and that night there is obviously the difference between me and you. Trick Williams and I'm not gonna lie. The night that I won the NXT Championship, everything became very, very clear to me in that moment immediately when I held this NXT Championship. But for you, Trick Williams has not been very clear else whatsoever. For a guy who says that he built this place, for a guy who says that he is the face of NXT, man, you sure haven't been tying up after yourself. After your win and abandoned this place, and you want to think that you're above it all. You're delusional. You're crazy. You're stupid. But with all that being said, I would love to go ahead and give you the opportunity to prove me wrong about all that. Trick Williams, there is a lot of people who held this championship, and they have waited for people to do it. They have waited for people to I didn't know become no more contender, or they waited for a battle royal. I am Ricky Saints. This is the absolute era. I guess what? I'm calling my shots. So prove me wrong, Tricky. I'm calling you out at NXT Halloween Havoc for the NXT Championship. Trick Williams says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I know you're mad over there, Pretty Ricky. It ain't my fault that you couldn't get the job done last week when I left you. But the truth is, you walk around here, you tell everybody that you're the man. You're the one carrying the brand, right? But the truth is, you're just following in my footsteps, and we all know these size 15 too big for you, dog. You know the real difference between me and you. You've been grinding your whole life. Your whole life is just so you can be the man here. Trick Williams didn't wait in line, and didn't wait in no line. I'm MVP. As soon as I pulled up, I was in the spotlight, and you can't stand that. You can't stand that, Ricky Saints, because I'm doing everything that you wanted to do, except I'm looking better than you while I do it. You're pressed. You're mad, and I know you're mad. You're mad that you want put the NXT Championship on the line. You want Trick Williams to be a 3-time NXT champion. We're going to do this on my time. Let's talk about it. See you soon, champ. Well, Ricky Saints says, whoa, yeah, your time is up. Let me tell you this. All the cocoa butter you've been putting on, you'll probably bump your head, and now you're out here talking crazy. But I should have expected that from you, not to come out here and face me like a man. That is perfectly fine, because this fantasy that you live in, I'm gonna burst that bubble. I'm gonna show you exactly why I'm Ricky Saints and I'm absolute. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. Bro, in my opinion, that was a good segment. So that was a good segment between Ricky Saints and Trick Williams. All right, let's move on. Javon Evans and Leon Slater bicker about the collusion of their epic match at Bound for Glory. They have nothing to do with Dark State. The Hardy Boys joins the conversation. Jeff Hardy tells the boys to not take things personal because what Dark State was a shot at the Hardys. Matt points out that they took Leon Slater under their wing, and Javon Evans is also from Carolina. They tore the house down, they tore the house down at Bound for Glory, which is I agree with that, and gave the world a sneak peek of the future of pro wrestling. At NXT Halloween Havoc, the Hardy Boys would be having a rematch against Darkseid. They're going to lay in some receipts from the youngest and the young OG. Leon Slater tells the Hardys that they'll always have their backs. Leon Slater has that dog in TNA, and Javon Evans also has that dog in him. Javon Evans is the future of the WWE, and Leon Slater is very good in the ring too. So Leon Slater and Javon Evans had a great match, and that was the match of the year between Leon Slater and Javon Evans at Bound for Glory. That was the match of the year, and a lot of people are going to be talking about that. But Javon Evans is the future of the WWE, and Leon Slater is the future of TNA, and that's my opinion. Anyway, an NXT anonymous clip shows Keelaney Jordan having another argument with Jordan Grace. Keelaney Jordan says that Jordan Grace didn't call the match down the middle last week. Keelaney Jordan says that Jordan Grace feels some type of way because she has yet to win a championship in NXT. Also, Keelaney Jordan knows that Jordan Grace made the Knockouts title prestigious, but she was a big fish in a small pond. Keelaney Jordan is living with the sharks. Jordan Grace says that she's the only reason Keelaney Jordan became the Knockout champion, because without her, there will be no NXT/TNA relationship. Jordan Grace tells Keelaney Jordan that she sees her in the battle royal. But the weirdest part is Keelaney Jordan is an NXT superstar. Why is she holding the TNA Knockout champion? That is weird by itself. And I said it last week on my live stream on Twitch, that Keelaney Jordan is an NXT superstar. Why is she holding the TNA Knockout champion? That feels weird. And that's all I gotta say. So we get the first match. Matt Cardona versus Josh Briggs. And this match right here, I ain't gonna lie, this was a decent match for what it was. Matt Cardona with forearm shivers. Cardona repeatedly stomps on Josh Briggs' chest. Josh Briggs kicks Cardona in the gut. Josh Briggs decks Cardona with a back elbow smash. Josh Briggs with a forearm smash. Josh Briggs hammers down on the back of Cardona's neck. Josh Briggs kicks Cardona in the gut. Josh Briggs sends Cardona to the corner. Cardona kicks Josh Briggs in the face. Cardona with a missile drop kick. Cardona with a reckoning ball drop kick. Cardona kicks Josh Briggs in the chest. Cardona with a corner clothesline. Cardona transitions into a corner mount. Josh Briggs yanks Cardona off the turnbuckles. Josh Briggs repeatedly stomps on Cardona's back. Josh Briggs with a toe kick. Josh Briggs whisks Cardona across the ring. Cardona ducks under two clotheslines from Josh Briggs. Josh Briggs with a leaping clothesline for a 2 count. Josh Briggs stomps on the right hand of Cardona. Josh Briggs whisks Cardona back first into the turnbuckles. Josh Briggs with a running elbow smash. Josh Briggs with a combo strike in the corner. Josh Briggs mocks Cardona. Cardona avoids the reboot. Cardona with a back body drop over the top rope. Cardona lands the somersault plancha. Josh Briggs regains control of the match during the commercial break. Josh Briggs applies a weird chin lock. Cardona decks Josh Briggs with a jawbreaker. Cardona with a chop/forearm combination. Josh Briggs answers with pairs of big boosts for a 2 count. Josh Briggs talks smack to Cardona. Josh Briggs goes for a chokeslam, but Cardona counters with the DDT. Cardona decks Josh Briggs with a back elbow smash. Cardona with a clothesline from Josh Briggs. Cardona with a leaping clothesline. Josh Briggs reverses out of an Irish whip from Cardona. Cardona with a diving face buster. Cardona with forearm shivers. Cardona posts for the crowd. Cardona delivers the reboot. Cardona hits them prettier for a 2 count, which is Cardona took that from Chelsea Green. Josh Briggs regroups on the outside. Cardona with a running boot through the ropes. Cardona answers with a back elbow smash. Josh Bridges with the slingshot backbreakers. Josh Bridges chokeslams Cardona for a 2 count. Josh Bridges wraps a steel chair around his fist. A steel chain around his fist. The referee abolished Josh Briggs. Cardona connects with a radio silencer for a 2 count. Cardona goes for a super radio silencer. Radio silence. But Josh Bridges counters with a powerbomb. Cardona with a leaping double knee strike. Josh Bridges denies the prettier Cardona with a back elbow smash. Josh Bridges blocks the tornado DDT. Cardona ducks a clothesline from Josh Bridges. Josh Bridges pins Cardona with a big boot to pick up the victory. The winner of the match, Josh Bridges. This was a pretty good match. What it was. All right. We see Hangin Tang chopping it up with Lara, Kira, and Chase U in the back. They have a conversation who should face the Hardys or Darkseid after NXT Halloween Havoc. Lara Kira wants to know if they seen Tatum Paxley around. Easy Dem prevents Tatum Paxley from hugging Lara Kira. Easy Dem says that the Cullen are the only worthy tag team of becoming the next #1 contenders. Hangin Tank suggests that they have a triple threat match. Easy Dam says that after she wins the Battle Royal tonight, she becomes the brand new NXT Women's Champion. #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship. What about Tatum Paxley? Lara Kira asks. Easy Dam says she'll be with her every step of the way. Fatal Influence promo. This was it was a decent promo. It wasn't bad, but it was just decent promo. Fatal Influence promo. Jesse Jane. When we formed Fatal Influence, we set out the guy in influence, the deepest women's division in wrestling today. Fallon Henley says to make the locker room look up to us. I mean, go ahead and check the receipts to receive Champion 1. Shocking moments. Main event after main event. PLE Classic. Fatal Influence has been running this women's division. Jesse James says, sure, there were problems at the times, but we never let our problems get in the way of our journey. Fallon Henley says, and the one we set out to bring along turned out to be the biggest problem. Luckily, that's no longer an issue. It was time to drop her anyway. Jesse James says she was eliminated by someone who was willing to prove her loyalty to us in a way that the other never did. So Lanny Reed admitted that. So Lanny Reed says the two women are titans in this division, and they watched them ascend all the way to the top, and yet a bit of more than I can chew. But falling short against Jesse Jane only made me realize that in order to get like you, they need to follow your directions. So Lanny was the mystery attacker the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Lanny Reed. Jesse James says you took it one step further when and caught and at all costs. Just our style. Lanny Reed welcomes to Fatal Influence to earn your spot. Alright. Fallon Henley says, why don't we go watch the Battle Royal and see who your next challenger is? Lanny Reed says, whoever is it, she doesn't stand a chance. Second match, El Hijo del Ragnar Jr. versus Lexis King. And this was, I'm also say, this match was okay for what it was. Alright. Kyle and Neville tied up. Wrist lock exchange. Ragnar with a deep arm drag. Ragnar with a drop toe hold. Ragnar follows that with the leg Magdristal for a 2 count. Ragnar with an arm drag. Ragnar grabs a side headlock. Lexis King kicks Ragnar in the face. Lexis King whips Ragnar across the ring. Lexis King drops on the canvas. Lexis King leapfrogs over Ragnar. Ragnar lunges over Lexis King. Ragnar sends Lexis King across the ring. Ragnar goes for the top rope. Lexis King goes for Ragnar goes for the drop down trip, but Lexis King stuns over his back. Lexis King poses for the crowd. Lexis King applies a side headlock. Lexis King whips Ragnar across the ring. Ragnar drops Lexis King with a shoulder tackle. Ragnar holds on to the ropes. Ragnar walks over Lexis King's back. Wagner posed on the crowd. Wagner posed for the crowd. Lexis King wants Wagner to shake his hand. Wagner blocks a boot from Lexis King. Lexis King with a straight right hand. Wagner slaps Lexis King in the ribs. Wagner slams Lexis King's head on a top turnbuckle pad. Wagner with a chop / shoulder block combination. Lexis King used the ropes for his advantage. Lexis King rakes the eyes of Wagner. Lexis King kicks Wagner in the gut. Lexis King with a knife edge chop. Lexis King slaps Wagner in the chest. Wagner blocks the old school. Lexis King slaps Wagner in the face. Wagner is pissed. Lexis King with a clubbing blow to the back of Wagner's neck. Lexis King with a blistering chop. Lexis King whips Wagner across the ring. Wagner leapfrogs over Lexis King. Wagner ducks a clothesline from Lexis King. Wagner with the Hurricanrana. Wagner with the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Wagner regroups on the outside. Wagner with a Oroha moonsault. Wagner is fired up. Wagner has complete control of the match during the commercial break. Wagner with the rolling elbow. Lexis King sends Wagner crashing to the outside. Lexis King drives Wagner wrist first into the steel steps. Lexis King dumps Wagner's knee first onto the apron. Lexis King stomps on Wagner's back. Lexis King stomps on the left knee of Wagner. Lexis King repeatedly stomps on the left hamstring of Wagner. Lexis King slams Wagner's head on the top turnbuckle pad. Lexis King with a vicious knee drop. Lexis King delivers a drop by for a 2 count. Lexis King with a knee crusher. Lexis King with a dragon screw leg whip. Lexis King follows that with a Indian deathlock. Lexis King repeatedly kicks Wagner in the face. Wagner hulks up. Wagner with 2 clotheslines. Wagner with a back chop. Wagner follows that with a running high knee strike. Wagner hits the sit out legger bomb for a 2 count. Lexis King super kicks Wagner. Lexis King with a corner clothesline. Lexis King with a blistering chop. Lexis King with that follows that with another dragon screw leg whip. Wagner avoids a swanton bomb. Wagner delivers the Shining Wizard. Wagner connects with the Wagner driver to pick up the victory after the match calls out Ethan Page. Ethan Page says, Wagner, let me tell you something, Macho. It is absolutely exhausting being the absolute greatest North American of all time. No, it truly is. Everybody seems to be hunting ego Ethan Page and his beautiful North American Championship, which is god awful, by the way. Legitimately, I have wrestlers from AAA, TNA, Raw, and SmackDown all coming to NXT to get their eyes on me. Well, Wagner, you don't have to hunt me down anymore. I personally went and handled this for you. So at NXT Halloween Havoc, you, sir, will be challenging the greatest North American of all time for his North American Championship. That's me, okay, Poppy. I have no clue what you just said, and honestly, it really doesn't matter. But because October 25th, I'm still gonna beat you at NXT Halloween Havoc, pal. El Hijo Wagner Jr. Shut up, Mahacho. Let me explain something to you. I speak to Ava, and we're not having a regular match. I want to face you in a Day of the Dead match. And Ethan Page, anything goes. What is a Dead of the Dead match? What is a Day of the Dead? What is a Day of the Dead match? I don't even know what that means. But it is what it is. Zarya wants to know why Saruka has her gear on. Saruka reminds Zarya that there's a 20-woman battle royal to determine Jessie James' challenger at NXT Halloween Havoc. Zarya asks Saruka if she's really need another title. Zarya thought that Saruka would be in her corner tonight, but never mind. She'll fight Black Monroe by herself. Coming out from the commercial break, we see Ava and Santino Morel talking to Giovanni Elves and Leon Slater. Leon Slater wants to know if there's any tag team they could face at NXT Only having. Ava says that there's a triple threat number one contenders match coming up. Stacks and Ariana Grace joins the conversation. Stacks says that Darkseid is the only reason Leon Slater is still the X Division champion. Ariana Grace whispers something into Santino Morel's ear. Santino Marella asks Ava if his future son-in-law can fight Leon Slater for the X Division Championship. Leon Slater accepts the challenge. We hear loud commotion in the background. Trick Owens jump Ricky Saints. Trick Owens reminds Ricky Saints that they're doing this on his time. Ava tells Trick Owens to leave. Alright, so we get the third match. So we get Blake Monroe versus Zarya coming by Saruka. And this was a squash match in my opinion. Blake Monroe is looking for Saruka, collar and elbow tied up. Zarya backs Monroe into the turnbuckle. Zarya with the bell throw. Zarya flexes her muscles. Zarya tells Blake Monroe to bring it. Blake Monroe with a waist lock go behind. Zarya flings Blake Monroe across the ring. Zarya goes for a body slam, but Blake Monroe lands back on her feet. Blake Monroe shows Zarya. Blake Monroe ducks a clothesline from Zarya. Zarya blocks the ankle pick. Zarya goes for the choke slam, but Blake Monroe lands back on her feet. Blake Monroe delivers a chop block. Blake Monroe with a knee smash. Blake Monroe with a running drop kick. Blake Monroe follows with a running uppercut. Blake Monroe wraps the left leg of Zarya around the middle rope. Blake Monroe drop kicks the left knee of Zarya. Zarya slings onto the top rope. Zarya sidesteps Blake Monroe into the turnbuckle. Zarya levels Blake Monroe with a body avalanche. Zarya extends to the top rope. Zarya extends to the top turnbuckle. That's what I was trying to say. Blake Monroe slams Zarya in the face. Zarya blocks the head scissors takeover. Zarya kicks Blake Monroe in the face. Zarya applies the hanging sleeper hold. Blake Monroe regroups on the outside forearm exchange. Zarya slams Blake Monroe's head on the apron. Zarya rolls Blake Monroe back in the ring. Zarya with a straight right hand. Blake Monroe blocks the hard way suplex. Blake Monroe drives Zarya face first into the top turnbuckle's pad. Blake Monroe has complete control of the match. During the commercial break, Blake Monroe applies the sleeper hold. Zarya starts bending Blake Monroe's fingers. Zarya backs Monroe into the turnbuckles. Blake Monroe dives over. Zarya Blake Monroe curve stomps into the bottom turnbuckle pad for a 2 count. Blake Monroe applies a rear chin lock. Zarya gets back to a vertical base. Zarya drives Blake Monroe back first into the canvas. Blake Monroe with a chop/forearm combination. Blake Monroe slaps Zarya in the face. Zarya with a 2 clothesline. Zarya with a pump kick. Zarya whips Blake Monroe across the ring. Blake Monroe holds onto the ropes. Blake Monroe kicks Zarya in the chest. Blake Monroe ducks a clothesline from Zarya. Zarya spears Blake Monroe and goes for the F5, but Blake Monroe holds on to the top rope. Blake Monroe replies the sleeper hold, double headbutt. Blake Monroe grabs a steel chair from under the ring. So Saruka snatches the chair out of Blake Monroe's hands. The referee tells Saruka to get off the apron. Zarya prepares the F5. Blake Monroe stabs Zarya with the hair pick. Blake Monroe connects with a beautiful shot to pick up the victory, which is Blake Monroe did cheated by using a hair pick. The winner by pinfall, Blake Monroe. This was a squash match. Ava informs us that the Men's Speed Championship tournament will begin next week. Axiom will be taking on Shawn Legacy from WWE Evolve. Jasper Troy will collide with Zachary Rent from TNA. The winner will face El Grande Americano for the WWE Men's Speed Champion. And Jasper Troy better win. Jasper Troy, WWE, you better not do Jasper Troy dirty. And that's all I gotta say. Jasper Troy needs to win next week. Fourth match, Hangin Tank versus Chase University, coming bond to Chase versus a Colin in a triple threat match. And this match was, it was just a, this was a quick triple threat match, but the outcome was just terrible. Tank, Ura, Connors, and Nico Vance will start things off. Yeah, we'll start things off with a pump kick to Tank after the bell rings. Roll up exchange. Connors ducks a close out from under Nico Vance. Meeting of the minds. Connors with the Connor roll for a 2 count. Tank with the inside cradle for a 2 count. Nico Vance headbutts Tank. Nico Vance rocks Connors with their rolling elbow. Nico Vance knocks Hank off the ring apron. Double team. Double super kick to Nico Vance. Nico Vance tags in Sean Spears. Tanks drops Connors with a pump kick, with a pump knee strike. Sean Spears with a cold breaker. Sean Spears with a super kick. Super kick Dixon off the apron. Tank tags in Hank. Sean Spears super kicks Hank. Hank responds with a bossman slam. Hank drops his knees into the midsection of Nico Vance with a flying shoulder tackle off the turnbuckles. Hank and Tank plays to the crowd. The calling sandwich on the outside. Chase you with a serious suicide dives. Sean Spears slams Dixon's head on the apron. Nico Vance rolls Hank back into the apron, rolls back into the ring. Sean Spears tags in Nico Vance, transitioning into a ground and pound attack. Nico Vance with a double underhook slam for a 1 count. Nico Vance slaps Dixon in the face. Nico Vance kicks Dixon in the gut. Nico Vance with a gut punch. Dixon with a straight right hand. Nico Vance drives Dixon back first into the turnbuckles. Nico Vance puts Dixon on the top turnbuckles. Dixon and Nico Vance are trading back and forth shots. Dixon kicks Sean Spears off the apron. Hank tags and Tank. Dixon blocks a superplex. Hank and Tank throws Nico Vance out of the ring. Double haymaker to Sean Spears. Double belly to back suplex. Chase U responds with stereo fall splash. OTM throws Nico Vance into a steel ring steps. Lance Prince close on Sean Spears. The referee calls the match after the match. OTM lays out Chase U and Hank and Tank. The winner, the match was also no contest. But y'all better not do WWE. You better not do OTM dirty. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. They just got back. Alright. Soruka is waiting outside the trainer's room. Zarya tells Soruka that she'll be fine. Soruka apologizes for not being in her corner tonight. Zarya tells Soruka that she plays always have her back. They still have their eyes on the women's tag team titles. So Soruka already has 2 titles, but she wants Zarya to have her opportunity at the championship goal. Soruka is giving Zarya her spot in the women's battle royal. Soruka hates to admit it, but Blake Monroe was right about her being greedy as of late. Soruka wants Zarya to have all the gold. So it's Zarya's turn Zarya's turn. Zarya gives Soruka a big hug. Ava is trying to calm Ricky Saints down. Calm down Ricky Saints. Trick Williams left the building. Ricky Saints says that he's going to stand up against a smug son of you know what named Trick Williams. Ava tells Ricky Saints that he'll see Trick Williams next week, but he'll had to keep his cool because it's a contract signed for their title match at NXT Halloween Havoc. Alright, Darkseid jumped the Hardy Boys in the backstage area. Alright. So yeah, so let's move on. So we get the fifth match. So we get the fifth match. Fifth match winners battle royal. The winner will battle Jessie Jane for the WWE NXT Women's Championship at WWE NXT Halloween Havoc. Alright, so the participants: Jordan Grace, Keilani Jordan, Zarya, Jada Parker, Lash Legend, Lola Vice, Winston Sinclair, Kendall Gray, Kylie Armstrong, Victoria Crawford, Zaya Brookside, Lee Yang Lee, Mara Sade, Heather by Legends, Easy Dame, Tatum Paxley, Cassie Lee, Jesse McKay, Carmen Petrovic, Ed Hill, and Ariana Grace. The orders of eliminations. Carmen Petrovic was eliminated by inspiration. Number 2, Ariana Grace. Yeah, it says Ariana Grace was eliminated. Alright. Number 3, Victoria Crawford was eliminated by Jordan Grace. Lee Yang Lee was eliminated by Kylie Armstrong. Number 5, Winston Sinclair was eliminated by the Inspiration. Number 6, Cassie Lee was eliminated by Kendall Gray. And number 7, Mariah Say was eliminated by Zarya. Number 8, Zaya Brookside was eliminated by Kylie Armstrong. Number 9, Jada Parker was eliminated by Lash Legend. WWE, you are doing Jada Parker dirty. And that's all I gotta say. Jada Parker has that dog in her, but y'all doing Jada Parker dirty. Alright. Number 10, Lash Legend was eliminated by Zarya, Jordan Grace, Easy Dam, Tatum Paxley, Keilani Jordan, Jesse McKay, Lola Vice, Heather by Legends, Keilani Jordan, Kendall Gray, and Kylie Armstrong, and Thea Hill. Number 11, Heather by Legends was eliminated by Thea Hill. Number 12, Thea Hill was eliminated by Easy Dame. Number 13, Kylie Armstrong was eliminated by Easy Dame. Blake Monroe obviously jumped Saruka at ring. Yeah, Blake Monroe has jumped Saruka at ringside. Number 14, Zarya eliminated herself to check on Saruka. Number 15, Lola Vice was eliminated by Jesse McKay. Number 16, Jesse McKay was eliminated by Kendall Gray. Number 17, Keilani Jordan was eliminated by Jordan Grace. Number 18, Kendall Gray was eliminated by EC Dame. Number 19, Jordan Grace was eliminated by Tatum Paxley and EC Dame. Number 20, EC Dame was eliminated by Tatum Paxley. After the match, Tatum Paxley had a standoff with Fatal Influence. Tatum Paxley celebrated with Lyra Kira as the show goes off the air. The winner of the match, Tatum Paxley, and this was a solid women's battle royal for the number 1 contender for Jessie Jane's NXT Women's Championship. And WWE NXT goes off the air. Alright, let me get my honest opinion what I think about WWE NXT. WWE NXT was a decent show for what it was, and that's all I got to say. But the highlight of the night was OTM coming back, and that's all I got to say. So the highlight of the night was OTM. OTM is back on WWE NXT. As you can see the title of the thumbnail and the video, as you can tell by the title of the thumbnail too. Alright, now WWE NXT was a decent show for what it was, and that's all I got to say. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE NXT review and highlights, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more rest content that I do on the channel, because I'm on the road to 12K subscribers. So make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning, from all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, because I'm on the road to 12K. Get this video up to at least 30 likes on this video. And that's all I gotta say. So make sure you guys go check out my WWE Raw review and highlights. Follow my social media down below in the description. And I will see you guys tomorrow for my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. This your boy B-Boy Snack Shine TV, aka what kind of snacks you want, because I got plenty to go around. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And thank you guys so much for coming out to my 3-hour live stream for my WWE NXT watching on live and reactions. I had lots of fun doing a 3-hour stream. And I'm glad I rated Showstopper TV I rated Showstopper TV, Squidwella, and Tifachu as well. And that's all I got to say from there. And I'm very happy that I did that because I want to show Showstopper TV some love, man. All right. Anyway, I will see you guys tonight at my upcoming world premiere at 5 o'clock a.m. for my WWE NXT review and highlights. So stay tuned. You do not want to miss my world premiere. Stay too sweet, and I'm out of here, gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet, gang. And I will see you guys tomorrow on my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. Well, I'll give you guys the full review, not the half my review, but I'll see you guys tomorrow for my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. Have a great night. Stay true to yourself, and that's all I have to say. KFG crew, KFG Kings, KFG Club, too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang.